All right, now do I have audio? I think I have audio. How are y'all doing tonight? Can you hear me? Egan, Lunesta, Mitchell. Good to see you all. Mitchell was No Name. I remember No Name. Yeah, so, yeah, we sort of finished the series. I said I was going to kind of try to continue this on. And, yeah, we're just going to do it. I'm up here in the solar fields, making solar stuff. I was down here, and I noticed that I got the grid off, so I went down and had to go and redo all that, and you know, because that's what's really important. And I just laid out some more solar panels up here. Just doing this fun stuff. I don't really have any big plans for this evening as far as what I want to get done with the base. I want to go and just I've been looking at this dip as I've mentioned before, and it's still there. And let's just look over here real quick and see if we can see that. That's going to be map mode. That's going to be over here. And I've caught this facility right here a number of times. Okay, it's, of course, now that I'm showing it, it's not going to show up. We got 280 science here. But yeah, I've looked over here, and all of these science labs over here are just sitting idle. And as soon as the rocket launches, that's whenever it pops back up. So I think that is definitely the cause of it, why we're not being consistent. I think it's just a matter of everything catching up. Where are we at right here? We're at 996 right here. Where's your rocket parts? 47. All right, so that one's starting to catch up and starting to back up a little bit. That one's starting to back up a little bit. And I think our first one here... yeah, it's about 4,000, so it's currently shut off. So I think it's just a matter of waiting until this guy can get caught back up and get his rockets in the positive as opposed to the other sciences. And then we should be hitting the 2880 a minute, which was the goal for this base. Yeah, if you haven't followed along, there is a couple of series that I do on my channel where I just start in this general area and start from nothing and get up to this monstrosity right here. It's the Uncut series and the Big series. No real target science-wise. Each one of these little science modules here makes 960 science a minute. And the whole idea was just to kind of place all these down just everywhere and see how high we can get before the UPS gets us. Currently, everything is looking fine UPS-wise, except when we get a lot of biters coming in and get the pathfinding going there, and then it kind of crawls a little bit. We might see some of that this evening. Charlie Bravo, hey, how you doing? Thank you very much. That looks really, really awesome. If wanting to know what I'm talking about, there's some pictures in the Discord. Charlie Bravo is a bit of a craftsman and made some really, really cool things. So yeah, laid out a whole bunch of solar panels. This probably wasn't the best, most exciting place to start a stream, but I do luckily have a train parked down here, and traffic is looking a lot better right now, so we shouldn't spend that much time waiting around. Let's see, do I have a whole bunch of junk in my inventory? No, I actually don't have anything in my inventory because I'd cleared it out because I was getting a lot of junk in my inventory, trees and rocks from doing all of this clearing up here. It doesn't look like the solar panels are done over here, but this is actually all solar panels over in this area and down in this area as well. We just don't have radar that's reaching over there to actually see that. So there's a lot more solar panels here than what's apparent. I'm just keeping expanding it. Oh, hey, Dale, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you in a stream. All right, so we're just waiting. I was looking up in this area, and there is a much better choke point up here, and the way this is built right here is not very good with the kind of the concave looker here. It's been kind of a problem. But man, a wall just right here would be a lot better, and that would just clear out all of this. And I'm looking at this over here. We've got a really, really good choke point right here. And this area, I mean, it's kind of looking like it's coming to a point. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I've got this is all my stuff. Let's pick up my stuff. I've got a number of nukes here. I do have an extra pistol that I don't remember where that came from. Was that from the last episode? It might be. Taking a look at the pistol count here. I forget what it was the last time. I'm sure it's going to be more this time. We're at 37 pistols. So 36 train related deaths. Yeah, Dale did have a very good Easter. I hope you all had a very good one as well. A little different, you know, usually the hustle and bustle of everybody being packed into the church, but we did it all online. It was good. It was really good. Different, but good. And yeah, I got kind of a late start to the stream. My wife was having a Bible study tonight on Zoom. And that's where that went. Okay, let's see where we're gonna go. What was I doing down here? I was grabbing nukes is what I was doing. But get some nukes and see if we can't collect a couple of more pistols. Let's see. We do have a tank. We have a car. We could probably grab some more. Do I want another tank? No, I think one will be fine. Combat robots. Let's grab some of those just in case. Oh, artillery train. Let's grab it. Get it. That's going to be about optimal. That way we can take this artillery train all the way up here, and it'll kind of serve as backup for us. So we can call in the artillery if things get too hairy. Let's put them right about there, maybe. Yeah, no, Easter was good. Had a little bit of Easter barbecue, courtesy of one of our friends runs a barbecue joint in town, and a week or so ago he was unloading some barbecue rather inexpensively. So we got to cook up some of that. It was really good, and I hope you all had a good Easter as well. And I hope things are going well where you all live. All right. I don't have like any railroad track or anything, so I didn't plan to expand. That's going to be okay. We'll just go up here and see what's happening. Let's see. I only grabbed one nuclear fuel. Let's grab an extra one just in case. Just in case our tank should see a tragic end, we'll have a way to escape with a car. Tank. Nice big tank. Throw some nuke fuel in there. Let's turn our robots off. They are already off. Actually, let's switch our armor profile over. Take out that, and add the guns. 2 extra guns. Oh, I guess I put the extra fusion reactor in there. Do I need that with the guns? I don't think I do. Let's throw that in there and throw the batteries in there. So more guns, better than more power, I think. Yeah, with just the changes of the robots that have happened in the last couple of versions, it just seems that just can't get enough power. Just can't get enough power to the armor. Let's start with a little bit of artillery launching up here, just to kind of break things up a little bit. I was a little bit unimpressed with nukes when we used them in the series. They seem to be a little bit less interesting than they used to be. Less of a delete button. I'm not sure if anybody got it perfectly correct, but I know that some folks were really close. I didn't in the uncut series, you know, I didn't have any cuts or anything like that, so that would have been really easy to guess. Is this all new? Am I not just paying attention? I guess I'm not. Let's just go nuke. Yeah, I think somebody reminded me, because I thought they were all train deaths, but somebody did remind me, I believe in the uncut series, I actually had a death due to biter. We'll just let the wall take care of those. And I've always been somewhat bad. I always have like a couple of train deaths per series. That's not... this just seems excessive to me. And I'm not entirely clear on why that is. I guess I have a lot more trains. And there's a lot more shenanigans and goings-on in this series. So that just probably explains it. You increase the number of trains. You increase nuclear fuel out on the lines. And, of course, the number of deaths is going to go up. Especially with somebody like me that's paying attention half the time. Why no nuke? Oh, I don't have it selected. I guess I haven't launched a nuke since. All right, let's get back under control of our facilities here. Oh, come on. All right, there's the group that forms up after you fire the nuke. I don't think we're going to be able to get them all, but we can get most of them, I think. Oh, no, we got them all. Very good. There. Don't get hit by the tank. That was a couple of my deaths as well. Oh, we're going to lose the tank. We're going to lose the tank. No, we're not. We're fine. We lost the tank. We'll throw some distractors out. Let's get our destroyers going. Oh boy, this is going well. I can already tell this is going to be a long night. Yeah, let's just... we should be a little bit more able to do stuff like that when we're on our feet. We don't have to worry about the nuke. So let's just kind of explore this concept a little bit and see if we can't grab another pistol. I'd grab the car and use it. The problem with the car is that it takes a lot of damage with the trees, and I'm not too excited about that. Take out the post-apocalyptic blob that forms. And we probably have enough range where we could probably do a little bit of damage here. We got a ton of nukes. I don't know why I'm being so careful with them. We should have a ton of the 235 as well. Hey, I'm seeing water up there. That's exciting. Oh, look at that. It's curving around like that. Boy, wouldn't that be great if this comes up to a big, nice chokedale, too? All right, losing combat robots there. Okay, don't get silly. Yeah, fish. That might be a good idea. The problem I've always had with fish is that they seem to work really well when you can keep them on your hotbar. And I have not always been the best at doing that. I've said this before, I'm left-handed, so I don't have the keyboard shortcuts. They're not very effective for me. But, you know, if I have time to think about it, might be able to mouse over and grab them. How many fish is that? 75. And plus, we can... I've a ton of uses for fish. Oh yeah, that's curving around like this. Oh, this is great. This is wonderful. What's that? Even that is a smaller footprint than this down here. I mean, it's not hard to get smaller than that footprint down there. Well, Michael, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Okay, I gotta probably zoom in a little bit closer to avoid the nice big piles of Vacid. All right, if we could find some water over in this upper corner, that would be very... Oh, there it is right there. There it is right there. Let's take a look. What... Oh, that's fantastic. That's meant to be right there. What was that? Everybody see that? It looked like they were kind of doing a little dance there, glitching out or something. They weren't quite sure what they wanted to do. Might be a UPS thing. I'm not really feeling... I'm not really feeling any hits right now as far as UPS wise, but I'm sure they're happening. Let's switch that on yet. Now, I'm just curious. what happens whenever we hit one of these bases and we get a lot of biter pathfinding. What happens to that number? Okay, a nuke takes it down to about 50. The streaming probably has a little bit to do with that as well. It's, you know, just a lot of other things going on at the computer at the moment. Is everything coming through okay? Is sound-wise and... can you actually hear the game this time? It seems like the music came through at least. We might have another little hole up here that leads to another area. Come on, destroyers. Hey, did you see that? I used to fish. You can teach an old dog new tricks. I can learn things. I can learn games. Yeah, I'd figured out what happened. Whenever I guess whenever I record into separate tracks, so that I have control over the game background and my own voice as I'm doing the editing. And apparently in streaming you can't do that. You have to condense it all into one channel. So that was the problem that I was having. I was only sending out the voice. I guess the voice was probably the most important thing. Well, maybe. I guess that's debatable. So if I could only send out one, I guess I probably sent out the right one. However, yeah, I'll throw a nuke up there. Wait a minute. What's this doing up here? Let's get to relative safety here. Okay, so that's what I thought the choke point was, but it looks like it's, I don't know, what, I don't know, red bad. What red? Fish, good. Game music, not so much. I actually don't have the game music on. And that's more of a me thing. I have a ludicrous amount of hours in Factorio. I mean, it's like an embarrassing amount of hours in Factorio. I don't even know what it is, but I know that my Steam hours are embarrassingly high and that I don't play on Steam that often anymore. I've heard the Factorio music so much that I just kind of have to turn it off. I like it. It's good. I think it's very good. It's a very good soundtrack. It fits in well with the game. There's a lot of good things to say about it. It's just my own thing. It's just I've heard it so much. If this is just a thing and we can if we can just wall off the left and the right and then this is done, which looks like that's exactly what it's going to be. I'm gonna throw a couple distractors out here just to kind of cover us a little bit as we look at the map. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. Unless this down here goes off into something. Yeah, just a little wall right there and a little wall right there, and we get all that space. Which is actually not looking like a very bad place to set up some science modules. Well, actually, you know what? I set up that landfill facility down here like on episode like 30, and it's been sitting here ready to go, and I have used absolutely none of it. We were prepared to pave the world and never got around to it. All right, just one more little thing there, and this should all be clear now. The exception of a couple little red blotches up there, but I'm not too concerned about those. We do need to clear out this area over here. Yeah, I do the same whenever I'm not recording, whenever I'm playing something. I'll generally have, on the other monitor, I'll have, you know, either listening to music or have a Netflix show on, depending on the game. There's some games I can have that in the background. Factorio is one of those, where I can just kind of go on autopilot sometimes. Other games, not so much, but... I don't know. I'm a big music fan, and some of my there's some great game soundtracks out there that I think are fantastic. But it kind of it kind of breaks the immersiveness of some games for me to have like an in-game music, especially if it's like I don't know. There's certain games out there where I feel like it's very distracting. RPG games, things like that. I generally like to turn... most games, I turn the music off. Platformers, I don't play a lot of platformers, but you know, usually it's good to get music going on with those. And roguelikes to some extent. I guess kind of a spoiler, one of the series starting tomorrow is going to have, I'm experimenting with doing, can I do this from the train? No, I can't. All right. Well, I tried. We'll just throw some artillery shells. I do want to return to base and get some rail, get some walls and things like that. And I do want to check our number here real quick. Let's just throw a couple shells up here, too, just to see if there's anything up there. I hope it's good news. I'm sure it's going to be. Let's go ahead and shoot this up, too. Get another tank, too. That's something that is on the shopping list. I don't know. I don't think I've really recorded most of the biter shenanigans and goings on that I've been going through in this series lately, but that's probably the 4th or 5th tank that I've gone through. I should have just brought another one. I should have known better, but I did not. Yeah, I don't like how that goes up like that. That's not... I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, I don't know if you remember back, let's see, that was many episodes ago, probably one of the first, whenever I said that I'm not the kind of person that would use an artillery shell to explore. It seemed like a big waste of materials. Yeah, this is where that no longer applies. I think we're finally big enough. I don't have any problems at all. Okay, yeah, no, that's good. It's just a small little blip there that we can blow up. All right, let's see. That should be good. And let's take a look at our numbers. Now, why? Because we're getting attacked. That's why the FPS is... I'm not watching that number. I should be. Next time I want to check the debug too to see if that's exactly what's hitting it. See the amount of tanks lost on the production or kills tab, I think. I think you are correct. Well, we should be able to at least, like, look at all. And, can I type up here? That's false advertising. That looks like I should be able to type there. It's going to be on the lower side. We've gone through 3 cars. Okay. 7 tanks. All right, currently I have no tanks, so that tells us something. We have 1 car, so we've only gone through 2 cars, but and I didn't catch it in time. All right, this is going to be our building train here. What do we need? We need a tank. We also probably need some more stack filter inserters. Those are manual things we need. Signals and combinators and all that stuff should be up there. How are we doing on radar? We're doing okay on radar. Top right. Oh, there is one. Okay. I'm still saying that looks like a search bar. What is this? What is this negative space here? Is that style? Is that what it is? I don't know style. I'm a programmer. Tank. Yes, tank. And satellite as well. Now, why did that match? It's not important. Okay, well, speaking of tanks, what do we need for a tank? I know we need like lots of engines. 32 engines. That is a bit of engines. Let's just grab that many. Not that many. No. Like that many. Tank, steel, red circuits, and gears. Red circuits. How many red circuits was it? 10? Okay, we're fine there. Gears are here. And steel. Let's see, you require steel, but you are in... Oh, no, we got some here. Okay. Tank. Probably... Let's get 2 tanks. We'll get 2 tanks because we know that that way we won't use them. Okay, so tanks, nuke, let's see, let's get rid of the tank building materials. I wanted to get some stack filter inserters. Regular inserters we have, fast inserters we have. It's just the stack filter inserters I believe we need. And let's just double check this blueprint here real quick. Oh, it's just right up top. Storage chests and regular chests, we have those. Let's grab some more passive chests. Anything else we're gonna need? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and just grab some of the rail here. Grab some of the signals here as well, just to have this as leftover. How are we on big power poles? We're good. All right, so... Automate tank production. That's not very optimistic. These are the last 2 tanks we're going to need. I've said that with a lot of things this series. A lot of things, if you go back to, you know, episode or in the early episodes, you know, like, you know, I don't think we'll need to be able to be supplying combat robots to our outposts up here. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, that was something I actually probably should just bite the bullet and do that. But I keep thinking, you know, I'm going to turn biters off here soon. Have I already moved the station from the solar field? Are you talking about... This station right here. Yeah, I shut that one off and actually created another one up here. Not sure if that's what you're referring to, but that is a thing that I did. Yeah, because it was getting a little bit ridiculous that the robots were, to build this solar panel up here, were going down from here, crossing the whole world, basically, to get up there. That did not seem very good. Yeah, turn you off. Oh, come on. This huge map, and you choose now to be right here. Okay, this needs to turn into a four-way. That four-way is still not in my regular blueprint book. I've started redesigning my rail blueprint book to work a little bit more sensically. I'm hoping to have a Kitch's blueprint book episode on it here soon. I haven't done one of those in a very long time, but I think it's actually warranted. There's a couple of little modifications I want to make to it in the way that it's aligned, and Cornosian told me about it whenever I first posted it, what the problem was, and explained it really, really well, but sometimes I'm very thick. But he explained it to me again, and I kind of got it this time, so hopefully, yeah, it makes a lot more sense now, and it's much more better. What are you guys doing? Oh, we took out this RoboPort. We need to get that powered. And this is all going away, so this is all just very temporary. But we're going to go ahead and set it up like it's not. Because I'm not falling in that trap again. That go up there. That go up there. This doesn't need to be deleted. And what can we do about the power situation here? No, this all looks like it should be fine. What's, oh, it's right here. All right, that'll be good. That's not... Well, we'll just have a little bit of a weakened defense there. And I can go straight through this, right? Yes. That was the whole reason of having that alternate intersection. Yeah, keeping the biters on, it's one of those things that typically, I've done two kind of Megabase series, and one, you know, just whenever I get into more complex, bigger builds, the first thing I do is just turn them off because I don't want to deal with them. And one thing that I realized is I would say that, you know, it's too much, it saves on UPS, it saves on all that stuff, we just don't want to worry about it. But I realized that I got that information from other people saying it. It wasn't really anything that I've ever done before. So I just, this series, I was like, well, let's just leave them on. Oh, I went too far, didn't I? I went way too far. We need to pull this, like, right there where that stone section is. Do I still have my signal thing? Yeah. Boy, that's a handy blueprint to have. Need to put that as part of the rail book. Just a deconstruction planner that targets nothing but signals. I've used that quite a bit. Actually, that's going to be a both-wayer, isn't it? Yeah, to there and to there. A both-wayer. That's what we call these. That's not a four-way intersection. It's a both-wayer. I guess technically a T-junction would be a both-wayer, right? This would be an all-wayer. Yeah, let's do this one over here first, since it's the oldest and most likely has expansions on it. That sounds serious. There's nothing down here. I cleared all that out. I guess they're expanding in from over here. Well, it would have to be if they're hitting right there. There's not an artillery. The artillery's over there. It's almost like they've expanded down here again. Ido, how you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I don't stream very often. It's one thing that I'm wanting to try to do more because I find that I really enjoy it. I was going to do it last night. The problem is we had a little bit of weather here, and thunder and lightning and good old springtime weather, and everything kept, the power kept blinking on and off, so I figured that probably wouldn't be the best time to do it. Oh, we're going to have some water here. That's okay. We got a train for that. I should probably use one of our one of our dedicated ones that haven't left the station, I don't think, since we've started all this. Actually, I believe I've called them to help on the nuclear expansions. Quad-way or tetra-wayer. That's funny. Yeah, some people, when they can't think of the word, they'll go and look it up, or you know, try to learn what that word is. I generally just make up one, and what am I doing? Why am I going this far? We can make a tiny little wall right here, and everything will just be fantastic. No reason to go out craziness. Could we take that back even? Do we even have to do this? Yeah, we're gonna. It'd be better if we did go that. Maybe like right there would be a very good spot. Yeah, can we fit that in? Defense book. Where's my defense book? Ah, right there, the one with the laser on it. All right, so that would be pretty much right in the middle of the puddle. Okay. Yeah, I think this defensive blueprint book needs a little bit of work as well. It's it has this thing. I don't know. It has too much stuff in it. It's not very friendly. Where's that train at? Oh, I've got you set to manual. Okay. Halfway thinking I might be a little bit on the. Well. Are we going to be able to fit all this in here? We'll have our resupply station. There's no reason why that can't be moved down. Other than just, that's the way I'd wanted it. All right, here's our landfill train. Let's get some of this tasty landfill. Okay, replace that blueprint. Hook you guys up. Take that out, take that out. And yeah, no need for big walls or anything here. We can just do... Oh, out of rails. We'll just do a turnaround there. I still have some landfill. Boy, I really need to adjust my setup next time. Let's see. Let's move this over here. I'm sorry, I'm doing this on my end here. I'm having a hard time viewing the chat because that's where the microphone is. Okay, there we go. That works. I'm a professional. I've practiced this. Weren't you going out to eliminate that other wall to the southeast? Other wall to the southeast. Oh. Yeah. That wall to the southeast. Thank you. This is just practice, wanting to, just kind of practicing. This is just a drill, just a fire drill. This is why it's important to have your chat in a very good place where you can go and read it. But this one, this way. This is the way we want to go. Let's go grab the train while we're doing this. I got so excited about doing this little wall, and the funny part is that little wall was actually turning into a problem. It wasn't big enough. So yeah, no, we fixed that one. All right. Do we just want to? I guess it would be best to go up and around. I'm not too concerned about grabbing that oil. I probably should be, but I'm not. So yeah, let's just plow through there. Plow through there and then come up like that. Do we need to run rails over here? I don't think so. Yeah. All right. Let's see. There's no reason to conserve landfill here. We have more landfill than we could possibly ever use. That's not true, but more than we likely will use in the time that we can actually generate more of it. Yeah, and we can just turn up right here. No need for any fancy intersections. Is that still down there in that area? What is going on here? Where are you at? Oh, you're stopped up. No, you're back on automatic mode. Why don't you come down here, and we'll do a little bit of exploration. Let's wait till I'm down there, and don't leave without me. Guess I could have zoomed out for that. Oh, hey, Mike. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Really, really appreciate that. Let's see. How far do we even need to take that up this far? I submit that we don't. Let's pull this back. To maybe right there. Actually, we could probably take it back to here, and that would be fine. Let's do that. Is that this puddle right here? Yeah, we'll try to line it up with that puddle right there. All right, let's try this again. Actually, let's just let's measure twice before we cut. If we put a wall right here, that is going to eliminate the need for this wall and eventually this wall. So we need one right here and right here. That is a true statement, correct? I believe so. All right, just making sure. Ah, yeah, I forgot about that. Imagine that. Okay, get that back in there. Actually, I want it to be down there. We'll throw our batteries in, and then we'll get our 3 roboports, which is about the max that I've found that you can comfortably get away with. Let's do it right there. Okay, and then we'll do our this station, and we'll do an artillery station. Then we want the roundabout. Okay, and then that's all we need. And then a nuke. Combat robots on the ready. Okay, they're going to go south. Everything get cleared up here. Very good. I think we only need 1 station up here. I think that'll be ample. Let's see. This signaling is all messed up. I need to fix this in the defensive blueprints. Those are good, but we're out of chain signals. This needs to be set to read the train contents. We do have all the things. We do not have any roboports. I do have those in my train, though. Let's take all this out. We don't need to go that way for any reason that I can think of. We don't, right? What's over here? Water. Yeah, we don't need to go that way. Probably don't need the chain signals either. Regular one will leave. All right, that should be fine. Okay, let's grab... what I've been doing here is taking the just regular wall blueprint, this one right here, placing it down, and then removing this lane right here. Actually, what I typically do is leave the signals there and like a little bit of track. That's more normally what I would do. We're going to try this a little different this time and leave the little signals and bits of track out to see if that works out a little bit better. Okay, we'll take that to there. We don't need all that over there. And yeah, we'll want to use that, but I think we actually want this corner piece. Can we go down here? Is that allowed? Yeah, that'll work out just fine. Take all that out, and again, I believe we can Not leave the signals, things like that. We don't need those. I'm out of big power poles too, and then we should be able to just have that in our memory, or we can just paste the rest of that down. All right, that should be good. We have a biter nest down here. Is that what I'm looking at? That's a new expansion, I believe. Newer expansion. And it's possible we may have some more down here that have expanded since we cleared all that out. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's see, what is this named? It's named Scott Killen. Sure, he's a great guy, but that's not going to help us right now. What is this down here? This is Northwest 3. Is that Northwest? Not really. That's more just north, but I think you guys are north. So yes, you would be Northwest. Something or other. What are all these? Northwest 1, Northwest 2, Northwest 3. That'll end up being Northwest 1. This one will be Northwest 2. That sounds bad. They gotta be attacking from somewhere else, right? Yeah, down here again. We're gonna have to check that out, see what's happening down there. Let's see. We need to paste this over this as well to get the density of the turrets. Okay, and then we'll set you X. And can you just head this way? Are you on the way? I think you're on the way. We'll take X off. Wait a minute. No, that's not right. Northwest 2 is the one we wanted to kill. There we go. All right. So does that get all this taken care of for now? I believe so. That will all get auto-built. We have a little bit of a spur right here. Let's take that off. It'll let us do that. There we go. Oh, combat robot, or construction robots. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be a little bit of a conflict there. We didn't put those in here. No, we need to put those in there. We'll take you off that way. And let's grab the robot train as well. Because I want to get some more construction robots in my little back pocket. Oh no, I was reading. What mods? Sahaj? That's how I'm choosing to pronounce that. What mods would I recommend? I don't know. I typically do like quality of life sort of mods as I'm playing through. I use even distribution a lot. That is a very good mod that I like and use quite often. Lighting mods. When I'm playing by myself, I have my own mod that I made that increases the light cone and does some other things. But I don't know. I know some people really like those. I do it because I record and it gets really dark on streams and things like that. So that goes along with that. Let's see. What else do I use? I use a lot of mods from a viewer on the channel named Unhot. He makes a lot of Ghost Placer, which is a mod that just makes it, well, I'm not demonstrating it very well. We've got robots on. Try 3, which makes it if you have a ghost and you have the item in your inventory, you can just mouse over it and it places it. And that's just, I don't know if, I don't know. It depends on what you're looking for, really. Yeah, vehicle snap's a good one as well, because the cars are a little bit weird. On the multiplayer server, I installed vehicle snap, and it's kind of, I don't know if something changed with it. I'm gonna grab your robots too. It's really, it's different, and I've noticed that with a lot of mods lately, and I'm not quite sure what the trend is that I will download a mod, and I don't know if it's not by the original author, it's somebody that just downloaded it and, you know, made modifications to it to make their own and then uploaded it with the same name. I suspect that may be what it is. But it just felt different. The first time I used the vehicle snap, it was great. And this time it seemed a little bit weird. And it could be that it was because it could have been the server. It could have completely been the server. So I'm not necessarily not blaming that. Yeah, Warptorio is a very, very fun mod. I had a very, very good time with it. Warptorio 2, I was actually planning on starting a series with it. It hasn't been updated to .18 yet, but somebody had ported it. I did the updates necessary to move it over to .18. So I was going to do that, but then I noticed on the Discord that Pyrofire, who's the person that he didn't originally make the Warptorio mod, but it was kind of buggy and it wasn't really complete whenever I did my playthrough of it. It was he took it over and called it Warptorio 2, and he's in the process right now of updating that to .18, so I decided to hold off on that, and I'm going to be checking out another one of his mods here very soon. A little bit of a preview of things to come. We're out of track. I don't have any more trains. If you're looking for a very involved experience, there's a lot, of course, of the bigger mods out there. Angel Bob's. Crashtorio, I've never got really too far into it, but it seems like it's kind of that way, but a little bit lighter. There's a couple of more that are bigger conversion mods, and I remember there's one of them that I started watching a series of a number of years ago that was like, you thought Angels and Bobs was bad. This was like even worse. Those mods, I enjoyed them. I started to see block playthrough. It's kind of like a sore spot for some of you. I know, I'm sorry. But yeah, they get really complex, and I think I could have handled it if it wasn't for all the updates, but at some point it's just it's no longer fun. There's a curve in Factorio, and I always point it out when I notice it, that whenever you're building up things and things are getting more and more complex and more complex, and you get just making like low density structures, and you're like, oh, this just requires plastic and copper and steel, and you're like, oh, this is a nice little breath of fresh air. It seems like the Angel and Bob's playthroughs that I've had, I guess maybe with more experience, you know what to kind of prepare for, so you don't get that. But I mean, it felt like with every new tier of everything that I was getting into, it was like we were just starting over from scratch. Like, it's a full Factorio playthrough in between two individual science packs. What was I down here to get? I've completely forgotten already. I was going to get a couple of things. Rails, and I was going to get more robots. We got a train to do that, so I'm not even worried about it. I was looking into the space exploration mod. I've played into that a couple of times. I've never done any like serious playthroughs. I go through and I download mods and kind of and not necessarily review them, but kind of evaluate them for how I would play a series on them, how that would work. And it seems really fun and interesting. But I got to looking on YouTube on other people that have done those, and I see they're on episode like 127 or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I might hold off on that. Now, Factorio Extended, I've seen that one. I have not played it. And what's the other one? SpaceX. I've seen people play SpaceX. It's like, you know, you start out with like a normal Factorio, and then you get more things that you could do afterwards. But yeah, I very rarely get this far into a Factorio playthrough and not kind of get bored with it and want to try something else. Yeah, C-Block, that was actually, it wasn't my first Angel and Bob's playthrough. I played through Angel and Bob's. I want to say that it was probably when it first came out, or very shortly after. Actually, a YouTuber, Arumba, that used to do a lot of Factorio stuff, I was watching a series that he did on it like several years ago, and thought, oh, I was playing Factorio at the time, and said, oh, that sounds like fun. Might give that a shot. And I think I played with it a little bit. That was before I was even a little bit competent with Factorio. I don't even think I understood ratios or anything like that at that point. Not that I do now, but I didn't back then either. But yeah, no, the C-Block playthrough I did was my first, I'd call it like a modern kind of serious Angel Bob's playthrough. And I didn't know, I was looking to do an Angel Bob's playthrough, and I decided to throw C-Block on top of it because some part of me thought it would make it a little bit easier. I don't know that was really the case, but it felt like a good idea at the time. All right, let's see. We are getting some bad guys down here. Getting some bad guys. Oh, I should have looked before I nuked. Good advice. Always look before you nuke. We're here. We are at the spot we want to be at. Somewhat. I'd like to be eaten by less biters, but other than that, this is exactly where I want to be. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry, I just noticed Unhot joined, and I was thinking, oh, there's Unhot, and then I realized I could see in the corner of my eye that things were sparking a little bit. Boy, I hope they don't attack my train. That wouldn't make me very happy. So yeah, anyway, hi Anat, how you doing? Good to see you. Let's take a look at production while we're going. I was wanting to wait. It's still dipping. Still dipping. How's our, I mean, is it catching up? Are we starting to get a little bit of a buffer in there? Boy, it's really hard to tell. What's our rocket parts at? 42? There's got to be something wrong. There's got to be something wrong. Do you remember we had that one science facility that was missing like a pipe? Boy, we're getting big dips here every now and then. Let's do the old Dwarf Fortress trick. There we go. UPS problem solved. Yeah, there was one that we had to... I was missing like a petroleum pipe or something like that. That was causing the numbers to go off. I'm wondering if there may be something like that going on there. It seems like the other one's caught up really quick. Current average rate, depending on what timeline you look at, it's going between 29 and 27. Bouncing back and forth on that dip. 2880 is the target, which is what I think we're probably actually hitting if you were to average that. What if we go out like an hour where it's been consistent? Yeah, 28. Maybe that is 28.8. Maybe that's the way my math works. Maybe we're fine. Body. I should have a body here somewhere. Where did I die? Let's see. I think that's the one that got me. Well, at least my combat robots took him out. Boy, that tells a story there, doesn't it? All right. Let's see. We were building stuff. Max rate calculator. Yeah, I think I had that installed in the C block playthrough, but I don't remember if I used it. Oh boy, look at that. It lines right up. It's like it was meant to be here. Let's come back and fix that later. We need that. We need that. Let's see. Different blueprint book. This one right here, which is our artillery stop. And then we're not going to have enough room for the roundabout. Well, we don't need it to be a roundabout, really. We can do something like this. And nobody's going to judge us for this. There's so many other reasons you could judge me. Don't. Oh no. Okay. Let's not do that again. Throw some distractors down. Offensive nuke. Oh, don't have it selected. Let's see. We built another tank. That might be something we look into getting in. Let's get this hooked up here first. This one is going to be Northwest 1. Northwest 1. Right there. Okay, and then we go to the real Northwest 1 and turn you off. Z, let's be consistent with our inconsistent. Do I have caps lock on or something? Apparently I do. All right. Let's see. We didn't put radar over there. We need to definitely make sure to do that here. Slap a radar right there. Is all of this built? It looks good. We need to set that to read the train contents. You're missing some signals as well. We're missing a lot of signals. Let's see. We should have that blueprint right there. Okay, I think that's good. We have the train on the way. Did we get construction robots over there? We did. We put our own construction robots in there. That'll probably be good to get that started. That train should be on the way. Let's go get a radar over here and just see how this is progressing. Do we want to... I'm going to regret this. Actually, we might be far enough away, or it's not going to be that big of a deal. They changed their mind. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit of a reputation around here, I believe. All right, and let's hit this one down here as well. Let's put one right smack dab in the middle there. Throw some combat robots out. Oh, I switched my armor out, so we don't have our lasers going right now. That would have been wise. That would have been a good decision. Where tank? Up here. Okay. And was that enough to take this base out, or is it still hanging around? It's still hanging around, isn't it? We got a little clump down there, a little clump up there. And that should give our trains some breathing room to go ahead and get this built. And we need a little expansion down here as well. Come on, slow down there, tank. Something like that right there. Is that going to be in construction range? It is, so we are good. All right, come on, brake. There we go. All right, we can get back to our plan here. Let's see. We were going to put some radar over here. Wait a minute. What's that station? I don't know. Redo it. Hey, Fur and Whiskers. Thanks for joining. Too early for personal lasers? Yeah, I actually have them, but we had switched them out because I was doing construction, and I forgot to switch them back in before I started attacking things and then being attacked by things. Boy, this isn't going quickly. Wait, no, go, come back. I wish there was a way we could, like, default what this condition was. Not 5 seconds. I want, something like passenger present. I don't know what that would be. I think it would probably be just a circuit condition. Well, let's just take all of your stuff and put it in this chest. Did we get the radar? Okay, we've got the radar. I think our mission is accomplished here. Is one radar enough? No, it's not. Started making a combat class mod. What is a combat class mod? Is that like, I'm thinking like, when I think of class, I think of, that stuff that I don't have. Or like classes like, you know, like character creation classes. Okay, that's actually building up. It's just building up over there on that side. All right, that's good information to know. Is that train moved on, right? Okay, so that'll be that. Okay, so we got that blocked off. That didn't need to be a four-way there. That could have been a three-way. But that will be fine. All right, and then we just have to wait. I do want to do a couple of things. Let's run down here real quick. And if that's the artillery train, that is going to be most fortunate. Oh, no, I told you to go down there. Okay. Yeah. You're just doing what I told you to do. What's our artillery range? Pretty much all the range. Let's just throw a couple of artillery shells down here just to kind of get a visual of what's happening down here. Uh, 500 at 27. Almost halfway done with science, and it's only 27% done with building the rocket. Let's see. I think we can go ahead and send you on. We'll just keep the artillery train and take him home should we need to. We do have our tanks. Let's steal some fuel. And did you uncover anything interesting? There's some pretty big bases over there. I mean, are they in pollution range? No, they're not. And we've got a couple of bases down here, but nothing that I think would warrant the kind of activity we're seeing there. There's got to be something else. Well, if nothing else, we'll... Okay, so they're pathing from the south. You guys are pathing from over that way, so it's got to be over in here somewhere. It's not that little base. You're just there, sadly, mourning. Whoa! That scared me to death. Was that an auto artillery? Yeah, I guess we were in range there. I just noticed him, and wow, that was frightening. Let's switch over to our lasers now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see, we took that out. We took those out. We can leave the batteries. That'll be fine, and then we'll have enough room to put in our lasers right there. I mean, I guess between all these tiny little bases, it's possible, I guess, that they're creating that ruckus. Okay, yeah, there's a number of little bases over here, creating mini rucki. Been working on perfecting the get out of the tank, launch the nuke, get back in the tank move without getting run over by the tank. It's not nearly as easy as I've made it look before. Oh, please don't nuke me. Okay, good. I don't know why I'm using nukes on these. We could probably just drive through them. Yeah, I think we just ended up with a ton of expansions out here. And boy, I don't know what to do about that, because whenever I cleared all of that out, it didn't last very long. It didn't last very long at all before before they were just back. I guess we could do one of those like artillery outposts further down. Run a train down and set up one of the artillery outposts, and he can just kind of patrol for the expansions. The problem with that is that little outpost would get hit like a lot. And I mean, this area over here is getting hit by pollution. Let's just take it out. I don't want to spend most of the stream hanging out over here. We're not out of nukes. Okay, it's just a little bit. Boy, that sound of the combat robots dying. The sounds, I don't know if I just have really sensitive ears, but it seems like the latest sound updates, I'm not sure if they came in .18 or .17. 18.18. What version are we on right now? It feels like we're on 18 or 19 or something like that. But they just seem to have a harshness to them. The train sound, the sound of the robots dying, and I don't know, maybe it's just I'm getting old and things are bothering me now. But that train braking sound, I mean, it gives me physical chills up the back of my neck whenever I hear it. Water? What does that tell me? Oh, that just tells me there's a big lake out in the middle of nowhere here. I think nothing too interesting. All right, so that cleared that out. I mean, we don't have pollution hitting them yet. We've got a couple ones right there that I might go and take out, but I think that'll relieve just a little bit of the pressure. Just so I don't have to worry about it. It'll save us some ups every now and then. Take these out before the combat robots die. I don't know if I'm gonna worry about them at all. Yeah, I felt like it was an auto shot. I don't know why it wasn't taken out earlier. That train's been there forever, and it's not like worms just magically show up. I guess we got its attention there. Yeah. How many bullets do you have? 77? Oh, yeah, that's right. We were going to wait for Kitch to show up. Okay, Kitch is here. You did a good job. Let's just take these out the I'm not going to call it the old-fashioned way, but the old reliable way. That one. That one. That one. That one. And that might make some more show up. Boy, look at that gaggle there. You guys were saving up for a rainy day, weren't you? Yeah, I mean, if a base that small can produce an annoyance of miters that big, that's definitely something. I mean, that wasn't big at all. But granted, I bet there were a number of them in the area that were contributing to that big gaggle of biters there. All right, well, hopefully that will lay that down a little bit. I'm going to move here, I believe, and do a little bit of investigating here. Each one of these should have one train coming to it. You should have 3. You should have 3. You should have 1. You should have 1. You've got 2 oil and 3 water. That feels right to me. 2 oil, 3 water. Why is this one running out? Okay, so we're out of science right here. Here are all of our guys here. They're all not working right now. And if we take a look at our production stats right here, we're not quite at the dip, but we're getting ready to start seeing the dip. It's getting ready to start dipping right now because those are down. That's going to take us to 2.7, which is roughly equivalent to all of... stop. Which is what we would produce if all of these were producing, except for this one right here. Which explains that dip. And I mean, apparently it's been going on. When were we seeing that earlier? Was that wasn't with this one, was it? We were seeing a dip. We were seeing a dip earlier, and I'm trying to remember, did we have the whole thing on or not? I don't remember. But I mean, you seem to have plenty of iron here. That's fine. New trains coming in. We still had stone and coal in here. Water's good. Oil's okay. You have buffered copper with the train gone. We did just launch a rocket. And if we look at our production stats, we're at the bottom. So the rocket was launched, and now the science is going to come back in, and our dip's going to come back up. All of these science modules are exactly the same. Why is this one misbehaving? I mean, can we see, like, on the petroleum? This is cracking. It is currently not running. We are getting some backups of rocket fuel here. Light oil. Okay. We're seeing light oil bad. Why light oil bad? Petroleum's not fully backed up. All of our things are running. The light oil pipe is coming through. Yeah, we're getting... Kasten. That's how I'm going to choose to pronounce that. Thank you for joining the stream. Having all the rocket pods trained to one location and sync the rocket launches. Yeah, that would be cool, but apparently I can't even launch them unsynchronized. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Been going for, I don't know how long now, maybe like an hour and a half. So, yeah, let's, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a pause, and I will leave you here to look at this module and tell me what's going wrong with it. Kind of moved to a somewhat aggressive song there, huh? Sorry about that. Took a little bit longer than expected. Let's see. Did you guys figure it out? Oh, Michael and Dale, no, I missed you. In case you watch the remainder of it, you all have a good night. Not all of the refineries are moving full force. Boy, could it be any darker? I submit that it could not. I actually planned on leaving you here at this rail junction to give you something interesting to look at. Let's see, I guess we can probably hitch one of these trains. Where are you headed? You are headed to number 3. That'll get us halfway there. Okay, that wasn't much of a boost, but a little bit of one. Not all of the refineries are running. Now, I mean, how are they supposed to be running? We've got beacons. Everything should be moving at full percentage. It's petroleum. We have too much petroleum. Why do we have too much petroleum? Sorry, this robots probably aren't doing good things for the stream as it comes across. Let's see, we've got plastic that's being produced. What's sulfur? Sulfur is backing up. Blue circuits, you are backing up. I wonder if... I wonder... Could it have got itself in a bad situation where it was unbalanced and it just needs a little kick to get back into the balance? And this is me thinking very, very, very optimistically. We don't have any tanks. What do we need to make tanks? Like the boring kind, not the nice kind. 20 iron plate and 5 steel. We should be able to do that, no problem. Offset the delicate balance we have going here, but I'm willing to risk that. It looks like we have a little bit of a stockpile of certain materials. Let's see, what uses steel? Engines use steel. Probably other things that I've passed, but I know that engines do, so I've locked onto them. Let's grab a tank. Let's grab another tank, can we? Yes. All right, I need to start the breakover and come back. Oh, we get to hear that nice little train brake sound. That's good. Boy, I could have just picked up some tanks here, huh? That would have been convenient. And as the crow flies, we're actually pretty close. Where was that? That was probably over in that area somewhere. No, not there. Let's come in a little bit more neutral position. Slim one, as you say, since you didn't make it over to the science power for a while, it could be a while to get it back in sync. I'm wondering, but boy, it seems like that's been a while. a while. If we go out 10 hours here. It's been doing it for 5 hours. But I mean, that doesn't tell the whole story though, because I mean, we turned it on. Let's go out 50. We turned it on like right here. So it's been running all of this time. If you're not familiar with the history of this series, this right here was whenever I was playing with traffic. This is when I got the traffic problem solved. Yeah, so that's been going on a while. I don't know, there might be some weird things going on. I know Cornosian mentioned several episodes ago that not putting any limits on this stuff might end up to problems. But I was like, it'll be fine. We've got we did the math. We did the math. It's going to be fine. I figured this is like the last thing in line, so this wouldn't be utilized unless like everything was being full. That might not actually be the case. But it's like every other one is working just fine, so I don't know. Maybe we can force it. Let's see. Where did I die? I don't remember. I was off talking. I have no idea. I'm completely lost. Was it up here? Could have been up here. It seems like we were building tanks and stuff. Yeah. I'm sure it's like staring right at me, right? Oh, there I am, right up there. Okay, the train was blocking it. Yeah, okay, I remember this now. All right, let's see. Yeah, I don't have pipe. Let's get some of that. Yeah, and let's just pull some of this out and see if it makes a difference at all. Should that be enough? I thought we made more tanks. Well, that got the refineries going again, that's for sure. Let's see, I usually have pumps on me. Yes, I do have some pumps on me. Let's see if we can't speed up that process a little bit. Don't want to do that. That would mix the fluid. All right, that's certainly got them moving. We may have to do that a couple of more times because everything should be so backed up on the petroleum side right now. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can think of because all these modules are exactly the same. Every single one of them is exactly the same. And if this one was suffering from that problem, I would expect at least this one and this one to be suffering from that problem. And although they're lagging a little bit behind, like this one only has 14K science, while this one over here has like 50. 4.7? What? Oh, I guess our logic's finally kicked in. Fantastic. That's good. Yeah, no, I would expect it to be in more than one place. Wish we had the flare stacks in in this version. Let's see. I did make an underground pipe, so we can do something like that, and then that should level out between those two. All right, then we can just pull that out every now and then and drain some of that petroleum out. Well, let's compare and contrast to another setup that we have over here. We'll not run on the railroad tracks this time. And we'll look both ways. What's your petroleum situation looking like? You're a little bit on the full side, too. You're actually backing up on heavy oil. I planned that. I knew I had enough space to get through there. just gave me a little bit of a heart attack, that's all. You do have lubricant. It's backed up all the way, but you're still producing it. We have productivity in here. Do we have speed mod? We don't have. It's not missing like a speed module or anything. No, we don't need the speed modules for the. That. You're completely backed up. You're completely backed up. I'm just kind of looking. It's not like completely backed up, but it's a lot more backed up that are. Well, no. This one seems fine to me now. What if we turned that off? Just for a little bit. Bring up the grid and check if it's crossing a chunk. Placing more than one inserter for a building over a chunk can mess up the behavior, preferring one over the others. Maybe one more cracking petroleum to something, just slightly more. I wonder... Yeah, I guess they could be aligned differently on the chunks, but I mean, we're not dealing with inserters. I mean, what were you say you're not good. I say you are good. Bottleneck has not been very good to me. You've got a backup of rocket fuel. Okay, this is all backed up, so it's really not that big of a deal. So maybe we've been chasing a ghost? We are backed up on this, but... I mean, all of our rocket fuel is backed up, with the exception of you guys up there. And that's just because you're closer. Let's check the chests here. Low density structures, eh? I mean, you guys seem fine now. We have a satellite waiting. Let's see. Let's see. The grid, is that this option? One of these options? Show tile grid. I don't see anything too off the wall there. At least on this thing. Of course, who knows how that works with the fluid system. Don't even want to think about that. Let's take these guys out. And we'll run that back. Probably be a little bit behind, but I mean, we've got plenty of resources coming in right now since the other ones are shut down because they're hitting their max. Let's just go have a look at low density structures here real quick, since that's the one that seemed to be the lowest here. Oh, well, rocket control units. And if that's because of a petroleum shortage, I'm gonna laugh a little bit. Blue circuits. Sulfuric acid. Because of petroleum. I took out too much of it. I went too far in the other direction. Well, that's a good thing though. It needed a nice big jolt is what it needed. Enough robots? That's a good question. Yeah, I'm gonna say plenty of robots. That's kind of where they all stabled. But this one is using a lot more robots than most of them. Well, no, not really. We're only using about 500 of them right now, and I imagine that's just because everything except for the rocket control units right now are, yeah, that's our bound currently. But look at that. We are at 95%, and we still have science left. So that's a very good sign. That is a very, very good sign. We just ran out of science, but we'll be getting some more here very soon. So that means it's on the up and up. We'll probably have a little flaw in our graph. Yeah, that went way down there. But I think probably with a little bit of time, that should correct itself just fine. I'm hoping. We'll definitely have to keep an eye out for it. Okay, so how are our posts doing up here? I swear I put a radar up there. I guess I did not. This one's all built. Very nice. Got plenty of bots up here. Only 130 of them. Let's go up there and get that finished off. Make sure that everything's okay. Actually, let's take the robot train instead. Where am I? I'm right here. Yeah, I think somebody asked about the science per minute of the base. 2880 is the current target that we're setting. Each one of these individual modules right here should be producing 192 science a minute. And we've got these groups right here that should, one group of 5 should be 960. And then we have 3 groups of that, which should be 2880. And right now, we're kind of going above that and below that, but more significantly below that. So yeah, I think we've got everything right. It's just a matter of figuring out what was this last one's problem. And I'm hoping it just needed a good shock to the system. I don't know. We'll see. Once we get petroleum back up, we should get our rocket control units back up. Am I sure power goes to the wall? No, not even a little bit. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be at all surprised if it doesn't go there. Let's see, we can check that from map mode. We just need to look at the electric network. Yeah, no, it looks like it's making it there. Good night, DJ. Thank you for dropping by. Now, putting a radar there, not next to a power pole, is also a very, very good possibility. These are all very good, very good guesses. The other option being that I might not have placed one there at all and just thought that I did. Or I may have placed a ghost and was never close enough. Boy, they're still hitting this area down here. That's pretty crazy to me. It's crazy to me that they're hitting this area down here when they're not really hitting anywhere else in the base, even though pollution... Well, I guess pollution... Well, pollution's hitting here pretty hard. Why aren't we getting the little beep beeps up here? Come on, guys, be consistent. Turn that off. I wonder how solar's going up here. We don't really have a lot of radar up here, so it's really not possible to see. Probably do want to check that here soon. Well, we're missing some stuff here. We are getting power. The radar got 8. Okay, that was the other possibility. Do you have regular power poles here? No, you've never been powered. Well, this is quite a pickle. And I brought the train that has the robots, not the train that has the power poles. Well, at least it's 1,000,000 miles away. Let's see. Are you somewhat... Oh, you're right there. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, come here. Yeah, come to that station right there. Yeah, somebody was asking about the music that I play, just like in things and like in the intro and outro. It's all music by DJ Quads. I ran across him a couple of years ago. He did a lot of music for a YouTuber called BWO that BWO 100, I guess, that does Minecraft videos and things like that. That I've watched before and really like. It's really good. He does all his stuff. He just puts it out there and says, hey, you know, YouTube people use it. And it's all really, really, really good. It's all really good. There's a lot of sources for, you know, royalty-free music. And I'm at the point now where I don't mind paying for music. And I've actually really looked into it. Looked into more, you know, other musical options, and I just can't find anything that's better. I don't know. He's just does a really good job, I think. Do we have that set? That's set to read the train contents. Work. Oh, are you in manual mode? Yes. Let's just do this manually. It's generally a lot faster. Did we not get construction robots? We did. Go. Activate. Oh, I guess we're building like a bajillion solar panels right now. That might explain why the construction robots are not going crazy right now. If you're not aware, this is something that I recently figured out. I had at one point been given some information on the way that it worked. I downloaded the information off of the internet. I think it was on Reddit or something like that. With the way the construction robots worked, I've got it was believed at the time that there was a global construction queue out there that it was like something that's supposed to be like 600 or 700 like that the construction orders could be done at the same time. So if you laid down a field, like a big giant field here of like thousands and thousands of solar panels, only 600 of those could be done at a time. It turns out it's really not that way. What it is there is a limit of instructions that can be added to construction robots per tick. And I think if I recall correctly, it's 1 construction order and 6 deconstruction orders, or 6 deconstruction orders and 1 construction order per tick. Or invalid construction order. I forget what it is. Boy, now I'm trying to talk like a authority figure here on how this stuff works, and I can't remember how it works. But it's not a queue. It's actually a bound on how many instructions can be given to the robots per second, is what we're seeing here. So all the deconstruction and construction orders are put in a big queue, and only X of them can be added per second. Some of those fail, which is why we'll see an upper bounds of 600 on this, because that's the upper bounds on the amount per tick that can be calculated. If I remember to, if I'll post the forum post in the Discord whenever I'm done here, if I remember to do that. It's actually the developers explaining the way that it works, as opposed to just some random person on Reddit trying to. I'm not gonna talk bad about Reddit. I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, B-Dubs, he's funny. I'm a couple episodes behind on the current Hermitcraft season. But yeah, no, I've been watching. Oh, see, there we go. They just all got in and got their assignment. It finally got done, and here they come. And we still have the same number of construction jobs going on out there. It just took them a little while to get through the instruction queue. Yeah, no, but been watching him for a number of years now. He has made me laugh out loud a lot. He was one of the inspirations of the channel. One of the many, but definitely one of the lines. One of the reasons why I started doing it was watching his Minecraft videos. Hi Dylan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am working on things and stuff. We are working on a base. Okay, now we're back to our normal dip. That was our big modified dip. We're back to our normal dip. That's kind of disheartening. But yeah, no, I'm working on a base. Been doing this for a couple of series now on my YouTube channel. We're currently at 2,880 science per minute is what we're trying to achieve, and we're really close to that. I'm just doing a stream right now to do some maintenance things. I've basically expanded the walls up here and over here, excuse me. We could probably take all this down up here. That's no longer needed. And did some expansion here on the solar fields. and trying to figure out why this module here is not behaving. Why are you not behaving? How much science do you have? 820? What are you at? 35%. I feel like it's getting better. I feel like it's getting a lot better. Do the boxes by the trains have construction materials for the robots to construct? Yes, they did. I'm assuming you're talking about up here by the wall. Yeah, I manually placed the stuff in there. We placed the radar. Where'd the radar go? We have biters over here. That is not a good thing. Here, let's just throw all this in here so it can get recycled. Throw all that in there. We'll throw our 2 pistols that we've accumulated tonight in there. Landfill, that can go back around. We've got 30 nukes plus 9 in the can, 39. That should be enough. Let's go fix that. Figure, I guess we're probably getting attacked from the right-hand side too, which would make all this a fairly easy target, which is not optimal. Yeah, I'm gonna try to start doing this live stream stuff regularly. I don't know if it's going to be semi-regularly, I should say. I don't know if it's going to be Saturday or Sunday night, but probably one of those evenings. At least starting out. Seems to be the best time that works for me. This series, it's kind of sort of stalled as a regular series. This was the regular series on my YouTube channel. And tomorrow we are going to start a couple more of them. One Factorio series and another one. It's going to be kind of interesting, I think. It's definitely been fun. I've already recorded several episodes of it, and I've been having fun with it. So we'll see where it goes. There's a point as I'm making series that I spend a lot of time doing kind of preparation and planning on what I want to do in the episode. And when things get really big and complex, kind of like this base has gotten, that's what I was spending most of the time doing in a day. And I realize now that whenever I do these kind of shorter or more simple series, I can record a lot more in a day. I don't have to do it the night before because of all the planning, and I can do multiples of them. Let's see, that's just worms. We'll waste a nuke on it anyway. I probably should be in my tank right now. I didn't move that over to build. Now we're still in combat mode. Do I have another nuclear fuel? I do. Yeah, I mean, I was kind of talking about earlier, I was looking at different mods. This was definitely more an involved series, and I needed one that was not as involved. One that was a little bit more relaxing, that I could have more fun with, and I think this will do it. Someone had asked about doing Bobs and Angels again in the future. It's something that I do want to take a look at again. I don't know if it's going to be another C-Block series or maybe just kind of Bobs and Angels by itself. But yeah, no, it's definitely on the radar. It may be a little while before we get to that, though. I'm going to pretend like all that's good up there for now, and that this was the only area giving us some trouble. I feel like maybe we didn't replace the radar. Maybe I just had the intention of doing that and it never got placed. It was right here. And it's gone. Oh, that's right. We didn't have the power pole for it, so I might have punted. All right, radar. Does that cover it all? Pretty good. Let's put one to the north here and one to the south. And actually, we don't need these tracks here. Let's go ahead and take those out. So yeah, if you didn't catch the stream tonight, boy, I'm sorry. There's going to be a couple of videos for you to watch on my channel tomorrow, which is good because none of us have anything to do anyway, right? Let's see. That doesn't need to be a chain. That can be a regular signal. Yeah, I was going to put a radar up here. That was kind of worthless. The one to the south will be better. Tank. I wonder why that's not getting repaired. I wonder if repairs... I assume that's probably part of the construction queue. We are getting repair packs here. No, we never got repair packs here. Let's throw some repair packs in there, at least until this train comes back, which is currently stuck because I have you right there. You're in temporary station limbo. Eventually, yeah, I'll turn... Oh, there's still the signaling problem we have with this station. There. And that's actually fine. Nope, we need one more right there so that train can leave. All right, and you're unloading just fine. Very good. Yeah, eventually, this is an artillery stop here, and this is an artillery stop here. We will turn those on, and we have our automated artillery train that will come through here and just visit these every now and then. I don't want to turn them on yet because of the issues with the construction robots building the solar panels. We don't want a situation where there's a lot of construction orders to repair these walls, and we don't have the available... we don't have the available robots to fix those. It turns into some bad things. Yeah, the Inbetwixt episodes, that was something that was actually suggested a very long time. Back in my older series, I used to do the thing where I would do like a lot of work in between episodes, like a lot of work. And you'd come back and the base would look a little bit different than it did before. And a lot of people don't like that necessarily. Some of them like heavily edited, some of them like not so heavily edited. I felt like I needed to take a side, and I felt like that was a pretty good compromise between the way I would typically do a Factorio video and a series like Uncut, where I did like everything. I don't think there was no... I actually had the idea that I would throw in a couple of extra time lapses or something like that, but I don't think I even did that. That was me recording like every second of it. But yeah, no, I didn't know. What I was afraid of was that that I would lose the folks that do kind of like the more brief episodes by putting the in-between episodes in there, that they would watch them anyway and, you know, lose that. But no, it actually, there was probably about a 25% drop in views on the Inbetwixt episodes, I believe. So people were skipping over them and just going to the next one. I don't know why I doubted that, but no, it worked out really well. It is something I'm interested in continuing to do. That, and I get to ramble about nonsense for a little while, and nobody nobody likes to nobody likes to do that. I get to ramble about Marvel movies, and boy, I don't even remember some of the things that I rambled on. I guess that's why it's called rambling. Okay, so I'm gonna check production just one more time here. Still getting a dip. Still getting that consistent dip. Uh, 648, and you're at 7%. All of a sudden, you're out of rocket fuel. Yeah, betwixt. It's a word I like. I'm trying to bring it back. Night Hell's Revenge. Have a very, very good night. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on with that. It's a mystery to me. It's a mystery. I mean, it's not like these are all exactly the same. It's the exact same setup everywhere. These are all the same. Why does this one work and this one doesn't? I have no idea. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching. I really, really, really appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to try to start doing this on a normal basis. Probably on the weekends sometime. And probably be on this base or something else. I don't know. Maybe expanding out games a little bit. There's a couple more games I'd like to play. I've been playing a number of new games over the last couple of weeks, and I'm just trying to figure out if there's a good way for me to record them. Sometimes I really, really, really like a game, but don't find a good way to make a series on it. Sometimes I just got to do it. I don't know. We'll see. We may end up streaming them. But thank you for joining. Very, very much appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Y'all have a good one.